Hi guys, the topic I wanted to talk to you guys about today is something I'm very passionate about, and I've mentioned it a lot in the other videos, and it's sunlight. Today is a nice day. I'm soaking in the sun right now, getting melanin and vitamin D on my stomach especially. Um, vitamin D and melanin and the cellular turnover that sunlight provides is really important for people with digestive issues because vitamin D and the cellular turnover of the epithelial lining of the stomach is aided by sunlight. It literally gives the stomach cells the energy to produce more enzymes to digest the food. And some of you guys might have heard the term all disease begins in the gut. That's because our modern humans have so many toxins that we ingest through processed foods, sugary food, junk food, cigarettes. We inhale bad stuff, microplastics. So everything that doesn't get ingested through our stomach gets leaks through the bloodstream, and that can cause many problems. And our main detox organ is the skin, right? People say sweating is good for you because it removes toxins. Because skin is our primary detox organ because it has such great surface area. And skin issues such as acne, eczema, or psoriasis is a manifestation of toxins in your blood that's manifesting as stuff showing up in your skin. That's exactly why poor diet is correlated to acne because when we eat a lot of bad food that our gut are not meant to have, like sugars or vegetable oils or alcohol, that shows directly in our skin because the toxins from our it's too much for our stomach to handle all the toxins, so it leaves through the bloodstream because the stomach can't do all the work, and it's going to travel out to the skin and it's going to show up as acne, eczema, psoriasis, or for some people it might leave to the joints and they have arthritis or spine problems, or some people it might be filtered more to the liver. It will give them cirrhosis or liver problems. So the strength of our gut lining is such a big indicator of health because if you have a strong gut lining and a strong stomach to handle the damage from the food and the toxins that we ingest today, every other organ can be spared to such a great degree. Our liver, our pancreas, our joints. So if you have digestive issues such as bloating, indigestion, or reflux, or if you fart a lot, or if you have skin problems like eczema, acne, psoriasis, it's in your best idea to get the most sunlight as you possibly can. Just take off your shirt when the weather permits it and just soak up as much vitamin D and sunlight as possible, especially through your stomach. You need that cellular turnover in the stomach to keep building a new gut lining and remove the old malfunctioning gut linings. I think sunlight is really such a neglected aspect of health today because we get fed false information such as sunlight exposure can cause skin cancer. But if you really look into the data, it's incredible how wrong that is. So, what part of the body do humans get the most cancer? For guys, it's prostate cancer, and for girls, it's breast cancer and lung cancer. And then after that, for both genders, it's colorectal cancer. Now, think of where these body parts are and how much these parts are exposed to the sun. the parts that get the least sun exposure get the most cancers. It's not that skin gets more cancer when we get sunlight. It's exactly the opposite. Think about how abnormal it is for a body part to never be exposed to sunlight and outside air. Humans are mammals, right? What mammals have their body part never exposed to the sun and earthly atmosphere? Like our prostate, our genitals, and our breast or whatever, the body parts that don't see the sun, they never get contact with outside air and the sun. That's incredibly abnormal. No other mammals do that. That's obviously going to bring health consequences. It's not. We need sunlight in those body parts as well. Those parts need, because sunlight gives us energy, right? Through photons, through photoelectric energy. Humans are more electric beings than just run by water and food. That's why when the patient is unconscious, what do we give them? Electricity through shock. We don't give them food and water, right? Because electricity is almost more important for humans to run properly than food and water. Think about how crazy that is. If you get more sun, you get more energy. You literally need less food if you get more sun. We used to have solar powered watches that when you get hit by the sunlight, it charges the watch. Sunlight gives us energy, so we need less food. I talked about how in the gym video, how every time you ingest food, that damages our body because we need to deplete our digestive organs. So you're really doing your body and health such great favors by getting the most sunlight as possible, by promoting cellular turnover, promoting mitochondrial health, strengthening our gut lining so we have less toxins for the rest of the body to remove. And it's so great for your mood. When I'm in the sun, I just feel so happy. You get beta endorphins from the sun, you get dopamine, serotonin. And especially if it's gonna sound really crazy to say this, but when I suntan naked and you get that sunlight into your balls, it almost feels euphoric. I know sunlight produces dopamine and serotonin, but something about getting sunlight into your balls just gives you euphoria. Sometimes I'm just suntanning and scrolling on my phone. And many of you guys know I'm a pretty serious guy that don't laugh at many things, but everything is just so funny when I'm suntanning naked and I'm just scrolling my phone. All the comments are cracking me up. It's great. I mean, obviously, if you want to suntan naked, be mindful of your surroundings. I try to avoid times where there's going to be people around, let's say like 3 p.m. after all the kids are out from school, or like 8 a.m. or when the adults go to work, or at 6 p.m. when adults return from work. When I see that there's no one around, I would be just suntanning naked. And I'll have like jeans shorts to just cover me up if I hear someone coming. But yeah, it's not normal for your body parts to be never exposed to outer air and sunlight. That's obviously going to give you cancer. Like in the hospital I work, for all the male patients, for every 10 patients I get, 9 of them have prostate history, prostate cancer. I'm like, this is not normal. Not all men are supposed to just get prostate cancer when we turn 60. Like, that's not the fate of humans. There's no way. And they try to say, if you want to get prostate cancer, make sure you ejaculate on a regular basis. Oh, that's so funny. Now we have condoms and contraceptives. We're allowed to ejaculate with no consequences. We have porn. We're releasing our seeds into the toilet, into our socks, or into the bathtub, or wherever you do it. So we're ejaculating more than ever, but why are we getting more prostate cancer? It makes no sense. Our bodies are now retarded. If too much seed is collecting up in our body, it's going to leave through your dreams. Just as our body tells us if you get too much sunlight, oh, the skin feels like it's gonna get burned, then you can seek the sun. Or if you're not getting enough water, it will tell you to hydrate. Our bodies have these feedback mechanisms. You don't need to force yourself to ejaculate to prevent cancer. That's absolute nonsense. So, like, so you gotta really watch out for these bullshit healthcare advices out there that skin cancer, you're gonna get skin cancer if you get too much sun exposure. You're gonna get skin cancer if you don't ejaculate. You know, you have to listen to your intuition, see what makes sense. Is it normal for your body parts to never see the sun for your entire life? You know, so before I knew about this stuff, the last time I was probably naked in nature was probably when I was 3, or when I was a kid. Probably same for a lot of you guys watching. But it's not normal. Every other animals get all their body exposed to the sun and the outer atmosphere and all the different spectrums of light, not just the toxic blue light that we have in our houses. And I talked about this in the last video. It's really crucial for melanin and collagen synthesis, which is really important for your bones and your hair and your skin. I really thought about this, and people in the Mediterranean countries, the Italians, the French, the Spanish, the Moroccans, the Egyptians, the Algerians, the Greeks, those people are some of the best looking guys in the world. They have such phenomenal skin, phenomenal hair, they have strong bone structures, they're tall, they have wide shoulders, because they get vitamin D and collagen from the sun, which is really important for your growth and your health and your skin. And the further you get away from the equator, the more cancer you get. The closer you are to the equator, less cancer there is. So the cancer risk is here if you're near the equator, and the further you get from the equator, the cancer risk just goes like that. And Africans were the first human species to be found, and they're really tall, they're really strong and fast. And Africa is the warmest country on earth. They got a lot of sunlight. So in all aspects of health, your digestion, your skin, your hair, sparing your organs, for your mood, for your looks, sunlight is an absolute cheat code. And it's something so neglected that is crazy, because we're being fed so much propaganda. And I really think this has social consequences as well, because especially after the COVID pandemic, well, we're told to stay inside and not go outside, right? And we're told to fear the sun, sunlight is bad. We don't go outside, so we don't really connect with people. The only times we're outside is when we go to see our friends and family. There's no community. We have our own friend groups, we have our own family, and that's it. We don't talk to other people. There's no sense of community, there's no culture. You know, a lot of people talked about how life was better 10 years ago, how life was better 20 years ago. Well, people were so much more friendly back then. Why do you think that is? It's because we were actually outside, and we were actually happy, and we actually interacted with other people because we were outside. Now, only times we go outside is if you're going to go clubbing, or if you're going to go to your friend's birthday party, or if you have school or work. Like, there's no community. Everyone's just so isolated. We have depression, we have anxiety. You know, we just feel lost in life. And it's just so crazy how sunlight can cure so many of these problems. Your health, your mental health, your physical health, your looks. So I really want, especially if you have digestive problems or skin problems, or if you have anxiety or depression, like mental problems, I suggest you just abuse sunlight. Just get so much of it. Obviously, if you feel like you're burning, go seek the shade, but make it a conscious effort to get the most sunlight as you can. And I really think that will do a lot for your life. You know, you guys might sense that my energy in this video is higher than my energy in other videos. It's because I'm getting sunlight right now. I'm literally getting photons and photoelectric energy from the sun, and it's something I'm really passionate about. So, and my username checks out looking for the sun. So yeah, a little bit longer video today because I really can't stress enough of the importance of the sun. So yeah, so go outside, get vitamin D, get sunlight, get energy, prolong your life, improve your looks, improve your social life, improve everything by going outside and getting the sunlight. And thank you guys for watching.